中高生の基礎英語
In English. Welcome, listeners, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. My name is Gary Scott Fine.
Hello, listeners. I'm Hannah Grace, and I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Hello, I'm Sumida Moeno. I'm looking forward to chatting today.
Hey, I'm Ben. Let's have an amazing lesson together.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Now, let's start the lesson.
Topic 4. How do you get to school? Day 5.
Let's start by listening to this week's dialogue. We'll play it at natural speed, so it may sound a little fast, but don't worry if you don't catch everything. Let's listen.
Ta-da! I'm here!
You're just in time.
Of course. When do you get here?
I leave home at 6:15 and get to school at 7:30.
That's early.
I come early to practice tennis. I'm working on my serve.
Huh. How do you get to school?
I take the train. Then I change trains, then the subway, then I transfer to a bus.
Wow. That's a long trip.
Yeah, but I use the time well. On the way, I study.
Huh.
How about you? Do you study on the way to school?
Nah. I come by bike. It takes 5 minutes.
You live so close? Why do you always arrive at the last minute?
I like to stay in bed as long as possible.
In other words, you're lazy.
Not lazy, sleepy. I'm sleepy in the morning because I stay up late at night.
Doing what?
I make worlds with pencils.
Huh?
To put it another way, I like to draw pictures.
Now, let's listen to summaries of what Jake and Ayaka say.
First, you'll hear a slow version of the summary. Then you'll hear a faster version of the same summary.
Try to write down the key words while you listen. Here we go.
Ayaka leaves home at 6:15 and gets to school at 7:30 to practice tennis. She takes 2 trains and then transfers to the subway and a bus. On the way to school, she studies.
Ayaka leaves home at 6:15 and gets to school at 7:30 to practice tennis. She takes 2 trains and then transfers to the subway and a bus. On the way to school, she studies. It takes 5 minutes for Jake to come to school by bike. He usually arrives just in time because he likes to stay in bed as long as possible. That's because he stays up late drawing pictures.
It takes 5 minutes for Jake to come to school by bike. He usually arrives just in time because he likes to stay in bed as long as possible. That's because he stays up late drawing pictures. One-on-one training.
In this section, I will help Moeno express her thoughts about this week's topic. So, Moeno,
Yes.
please tell us, how do you get to school?
I take 2 trains to get to school.
Uh-huh.
And I leave home at 6:50 and get to school at 8 o'clock.
Uh-huh. I see.
It takes 70 minutes.
Good. It takes 70 minutes.
Yes.
Right.
And on the way, I study for tests when I have test on the day.
Uh-huh.
But I read books or listen to music when I don't have tests on the day.
Uh-huh. When you don't have a test that day,
Yes.
you read books
Yes.
or listen to music.
Yes.
Do you ever sleep?
No,
No.
because I can't wake up when I sleep on the train.
I see.
Yes.
I see. If you sleep on the train, you'll miss your stop.
Yes.
Is there somewhere we could use the expression in other words, or to put it another way? For example, if I sleep on the train, I'll miss my stop. In other words, I'll be late for school.
If I sleep on the train,
Good.
I'll
I'll miss my stop.
I'll miss my stop.
Right. That means you go past your station.
Okay. I'll miss my stop. In other words, I'll be late
Good.
for school.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. When you go home from school, do you sleep?
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have missed my stop.
You have?
Yes.
You have? And what happened then?
I went back.
You went back?
Hurry.
Quickly.
I quickly
Or I hurried back.
hurried back.
Yeah, I hurried back. Or I went back quickly is good too.
I hurried back.
I see. That's great. Listeners, try using this week's expressions to talk about how you get to school, how long it takes, and what you do on the way.
Let's chat!
Hello, everyone. Hi, Moeno. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
Hi, Hannah. Hi, Ben.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm good.
Great.
Good. Well, today I'm really excited because we have another Let's Chat
Yes.
with Ben and Moeno, and we'll be talking about ways to get to school.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. Ben,
Yes.
how did you get to school?
So, when I was in high school, I walked to school with my friends. It took us around 30 minutes. And on the way, we loved stopping by the shops and buying sweets with our pocket money.
How many friends did you walk with? Was it a big group walking together?
Oh, no, it was usually three of us, 3 or 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And was it in the middle of the main town area or a little bit like in the green outer area?
Yeah, so my school was in the middle of the city.
Oh.
And there's one big road that just had houses on it. So I lived right at the end. So I'll walk by myself to my friend's house, pick him up, then we walk down a bit further, then pick up our next friend, and we'll head towards the school.
It's really convenient.
Yeah.
What kind of other shops were on your way to school?
Like on the road we lived on, it was just houses. But like I said, our school was in the city centre. So there were so many shops. So we'd sometimes go into the shopping centre and hang out there. We'd try clothes on, buy food.
So the shopping center had lots of different kinds of shops.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Hannah, how about you? How did you get to school?
Well, when I was in high school, the only way to get to school was by car or by school bus. So until my last year in high school, my mother drove me to school. Then after I got my driver's license, I drove myself and my brother. It only took 15 minutes.
So Hannah, did you have your own car or did you drive your parents' car?
I had my own car.
Oh, wow.
Not everyone gets their own car when they get their driver's license. but sometimes parents will make it a special gift.
Yeah.
But my car was very old. We bought a used old car. But it was still good.
Yeah.
And I drove it until I went to university.
Oh, wow.
Was there big parking area in your school?
Oh, yes, there was actually. My school was surrounded, I think, on 3 sides of the building with just parking.
Wow.
So a big parking lot. We call a parking area a parking lot. And it was, yes, very big. And there was a special place for teachers and a special place for students in their last year.
Oh.
A small little parking lot close to one of the entrances. And I enjoyed using that space when I was in my last year in high school.
But now on to you, Moena. How do you get to school?
I take the 2 trains to get to school. And I leave home at 6:50.
Oh, wow.
6:50.
At 6:50 and get to school at 8 o'clock.
Oh,
So it takes 70 minutes.
Yeah, that's a long
it's
journey.
a long journey. Yes.
Yes. On the way, I study for tests when I have tests that day. But I read books or listen to music when I don't have any tests that day. And I don't sleep on the train to get school. And if I sleep on the train, I'll miss my stop. In other words, I'll be late for school.
Oh, yes.
So I haven't missed my stop on the way to school, but I have missed my stop on the way home.
Oh no.
Did you fall asleep?
Yes.
Oh,
no.
So I hurried back.
Oh, yes.
So, Moena, does your school have a school bus?
No.
Oh, okay. So, how does everyone else get to school? Does everyone else get the train?
Yes, train or a bus.
Oh, like a local bus.
Yes.
The city bus.
Yes, city bus.
Oh, okay.
Did you take the train to school when you were very, very little? When did you start to ride the train without your parents?
I took the train alone when I was 13 years old.
Oh, 13 years old.
Yes.
Was it scary?
A little bit.
Did you practice with your parents?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are many people, so in the morning.
Yes.
So a little bit scary.
It's so crowded in the morning.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Ben, Hannah, and Moeno, for a really fun and interesting chat. All right, then. That's all for today. I'm sorry to say today was Ben's last day on the show. Oh, no. Oh, it was such a pleasure having you, Ben.
Yes, it's been so much fun being on the show with you all. We've had some really interesting and funny conversations together.
Yeah.
I hope everyone listening at home has had as much fun as I did. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you so much.
Love having you, Ben.
Yes, you're welcome here anytime. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us. And
Have a great weekend.